Hello everyone, welcome to course study on solid mechanics. In today's lecture, we are going to solve the numericals based on principal stresses and the strain. So, the problem statement is as follows. A block 100 mm by 50 mm by 7.5 mm thick is subjected to uniformly distributed stress field as shown in the figure. Compute normal and the shear stresses which are developed along the plane BD. So as per the given data, we have a block of 100 mm side by 50 mm and the thickness is 7.5 mm thick. It is subjected to a load of 25 kilonewton along x direction and a load of 35 kilonewton along y direction. So from those load, first of all, we are going to find out the value of sigma x and the value of sigma y. Therefore, sigma x can be given by 25 into 10 raised to 3 divided by the cross sectional area, and that cross sectional area is 50 into 7.5. Okay, after solving this, we have the value of sigma x 66.667 Newton per mm square. Similarly, find out the value of sigma y 35 into 10 raised to 3 divided by cross sectional area 100 into 7.5. Okay, therefore we have the sigma y 46.667 Newton per mm square. So in this manner, first of all, we have find out the value of sigma x and sigma y. After that, assume the angle theta with respect to y direction. That is, it is an angle made by plane BD with respect to y direction. Therefore, this angle is theta. Once you know the value of angle theta, we can easily find out the value of normal stress and the shear stress. Okay, therefore tan of theta is equal to 100 by 50. Okay, once you solve it, we have theta is equal to 63.43 degree. Okay, therefore all of you know that the normal stress can be given by sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 cos of 2 theta plus tau sine of 2 theta. So put the value of sigma x, sigma y into this particular equation. Therefore we will have sigma n can be given by 50.667 Newton per mm square. So this is the value of normal stress which is acting over the plane BD. Okay. After that, we are going to find out the value of shear stress also. It can be given by sigma t is equal to sigma x minus sigma y by 2 into sine of 2 theta minus tau into cos of 2 theta. Okay, therefore on putting the value of sigma x, sigma y and theta into this particular equation, we have sigma t 8 Newton per mm square or 8 MPa. Okay, so once you know the value of theta, sigma x and sigma y, we can easily find out the normal stress and the shear stress which is acting over the plane BD. Now we will move to the next numerical. The problem statement is as follows. The direct stresses of 160 MPa, which is tensile in nature, and 120 compressive exist on the two perpendicular planes. The maximum principal stress at the point is 200 Newton per mm square. What must be the magnitude of shear stress on the two planes and what will be the maximum shear stress at the point? So from the given data, we have the direct stresses 160 MPa which is tensile in nature, and the second stress is 120 MPa which is compressive in nature, and those are acting onto the two perpendicular plane. We also have the maximum principal stress. Remember that this is the value of maximum principal stress at a point and it is 200 Newton per mm square. We have to find out the magnitude of shearing stress onto the two plane, and also we have to find out the maximum shear stress for that particular point. Okay, therefore we have sigma x 160 MPa. As it is tensile in nature, you consider it as a positive. We have second stress sigma y, it is minus 120 MPa because it is compressive in nature. Okay, we also have sigma 1, it is 200 MPa because it is the value of principal stress. It is the value, sigma 1 is nothing but it is the value of principal stress, and as it is a maximum principal stress, so you assume it as a positive. Okay, and from such a condition we are going to find out the value of maximum shear stress which are acting onto the plane. Okay, so the first step is we have the principal stress is given by sigma 1 2 which is equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus minus under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 bracket square plus tau square. Okay, so remember that plus and minus sign it is for the maximum principal stress and minus sign it is for the minimum principal stress. Okay, but as per the given data we have the maximum principal stress. Okay, so you consider a positive sign while solving the numerical. Therefore we have sigma 1 sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 bracket square plus tau square. Okay, so we have the value of sigma 1 200, sigma x is 160 which is tensile in nature, sigma y is 120 which is compressive in nature, therefore negative. Okay, plus divided by 2 plus under root of 160 plus 120 divided by 2 bracket square plus tau square. Okay, as we have to find out the value of tau, so we will do the mathematical simplification, mathematical arrangement. Okay, on solving this particular equation we will have the value of tau 113.137 megapascal. Okay, so this is the value of tau when we have the value of maximum principal stress as a 200. Once you know the value of tau, you have to find out the value of maximum shear stress. This value we have to find out, and all of you know that it can be given by sigma t maximum is equal to under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 bracket square plus tau square. Okay, so you just put the value of sigma x, sigma y and the value of tau which we have find out in this particular equation. Okay, so on putting the value of sigma x and sigma y and tau we will have sigma t maximum 180 megapascal. So remember that the value of maximum shear stress is 180 MPa. Okay, now we will move to solve next numerical. The problem statement is as follows. For the state of stress shown in figure, determine the principal stresses, planes and maximum shear stresses and plane on which it act. Okay, so we have the figure in which figure in that particular figure a sigma x is acting which is tensile in nature, sigma y is also acting which is compressive in nature, and the value of shear stress is given, it is 14 MPa. Okay, so the data is sigma x 48 MPa tensile in nature, therefore it is positive, sigma y minus 75 MPa as it is compressive in nature, we have the minus sign, and this is remember that this is the value of tau, this is the value of tau and it is 14 MPa. Okay, and from such a condition we have to find out the value of principal stress, that is sigma 1 and sigma 2. We have to find out the value of plane on which it is acting and maximum shear stress and the plane on which the maximum shear stress is acting. Okay, so first of all we will find out the value of principal stresses. Okay, so as discussed in the previous lecture, the principal stresses can be given by sigma 1 2 which is equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus minus under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 bracket square plus tau square. Okay, so on putting the value of sigma x and sigma y into this particular equation, sigma 1 can be given by 49.57 MPa. Okay, now as it we have to find out the principal stresses maximum and minimum. Okay, so for the maximum value you use the plus sign. Okay, and for the minimum value you use the negative sign. Okay, so the value of principal stresses maximum and minimum can be given by 46.57 MPa and minus 76.57 MPa. Okay, now once you know the value of sigma x and sigma y, we are going to find out the value of principal plane. Okay, the principal plane can be given by tan of 2 theta p which is equal to 2 tau upon sigma x minus sigma y. Okay, therefore on putting the value of tau, sigma x and sigma y, we have tan of 2 theta p is equal to 0.227. Therefore theta p1, from this equation we will have the two values of the principal plane. Okay, the first value of the principal plane is 6.4 degree. Okay, and the another value of principal plane, that is theta p2, will be the 6.4 plus 90 degree, so it will become 96.4 degree. Okay, so the difference between the principal plane is 90 degree. So these are the plane on which it is acting. Okay, after that we have to find out maximum shear stress also. So the maximum shear stress can be given by sigma t maximum is equal to under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 bracket square plus tau square. Okay, as we have all the values of sigma x, sigma y and tau, you just put all those values into this particular equation. We will have sigma t maximum shear stress can be given by 63.07 MPa. Okay, and after that we are going to find out the plane on which it is acting. Okay, to find out that value, remember that we can find out the value of maximum shear stress by this formula also. Okay, so sigma t maximum is equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 2 divided by 2. Okay, so we have the value of sigma 1 which we have already find out. We have the value of sigma 2, that is also we have find out. Okay, so from that also we have sigma t maximum 63.07 MPa. Okay, so this is the another way to find out the value of maximum shear stress. Okay, now the plane of maximum shear stress is given by theta s1. Remember that the plane of maximum shear stress, it is denoted by the letter theta s. Okay, so the first plane will be theta s1 is equal to theta p1 plus 45 degree. Okay, so we have the value of theta p1 6.4 plus 45, so it will become 51.4 degree. In the same manner, theta s2 will be theta p2 plus 45 degree. We have the value of theta p2 96.4 degree plus 45 degree, so it is 141.4 degree. So these are the two planes on which the maximum shear stresses are acting. Okay, so in this way we have find out the value of principal stresses, the value of plane on which it is acting. We have also find out the maximum shear stress and the plane on which it is acting. Okay, so we will stop here. In the next lecture we will discuss the another concept of principal stress and strain. Thank you.